Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back, baby. Yeah. We got Just All Lounge in the building today. We got man records videos of girlfriend minutes before her murder. The murder of Crystal Williams. Back with another Just All Lounge, y'all. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into this. Let's check this out. Let's see what's about you. Let's go. I'm about to say it again.
Mm-hmm. On a spring afternoon in Odessa, Texas, police responded to a welfare check at the Fodry Ranch apartment complex.
Opened the door, like trying to see if it was open, and I just stayed at the front door because I don't want to see something I don't want to see.
Crystal, the Odessa Police Department, are you inside? Are you okay?
TV on.
There, they made a shocking discovery. What followed was a rapid investigation, the unveiling of multiple suspects, the victim's sordid past, and two very suspicious cell phone videos.
Smile for the camera.
The single thread running through the investigation was an unwavering focus on one individual.
You're not in trouble, man. They just want to talk to you a little bit more at the police department. Is that okay?
When all was said and done, however, the case did not conclude in the way anyone was expecting.
But it'd be very strange if Larry killed her for him to come over here and talk to us the way that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case takes us step by step through the first hours and days of a missing person turned homicide investigation. We learn the key facts of the case as the investigators did, through their discoveries, interviews, and collecting evidence. I'm certain there will be some dissenting opinions about this case, and many will be shocked by the outcome. Let's take a look. A call to emergency services in Odessa, Texas, was placed at 11:51 a.m. on Thursday, April 27th. The caller, Shalora Rexroth, was requesting a welfare check on her best friend, 36-year-old Crystal Williams. Crystal had been unreachable for roughly 2 days.
Hi, I was calling to see if a cop would meet me at my best friend's house. I haven't heard from her for 2 days, and I went by her job, and they haven't heard anything from her, and they tried calling her, and nobody has heard from her.
6 minutes following the first call, with officers already en route, Shalora dialed 911 again. She had arrived at Crystal's home at the Fodry Ranch apartment complex, and something was not right.
Can I please have an officer here, like right now? Because my best friend, I just called someone, and she hasn't been answering me in 2 days. And I'm at her apartment, and I'm scared to go in because I don't want to see something I don't want to see. If there is something in there, but her apartment door is unlocked, and her car is here, and I just don't want to go in. I just want somebody to come and make sure she's okay.
Officers from the Odessa PD responding to both calls arrived simultaneously. They found Shalora in the parking lot.
I went to her job, and I asked them, have they heard from her? And they said no. And I said, well, did she try to call you or anything? Because it's not like her not to go to work or to call. So she works at the Cajun car wash. She's the manager there. Okay. So I asked them if they spoke to her, and they're like, no, we haven't spoken to her in 2 days. I was like, well, this isn't like her. I'm not. Go find her. Sure. So then I came here, and I knocked on the door, nobody answered, so I opened the door, like trying to see if it was open, and I just stayed at the front door because I don't want to see something I don't want to see.
Sure, absolutely.
Shalora had first visited her friend's place of work, Crazy Clean Car Wash, where she was a location manager. There, she had learned that Crystal had clocked out just past 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon, 2 days prior. Crystal was a dedicated and reliable manager. She rarely even took sick days. Her absence from work without notice was extremely out of character. Her friend had also contacted Crystal's boyfriend, a man named Larry. Larry messaged back just as officers arrived on scene, stating that he had no idea about Crystal's whereabouts.
She has her boyfriend, and I texted him asking her, like, where she's at, and he said, I'm at work right now. I thought we blocked each other again. I thought. And then, I know
Do you know if there's any violence between them two?
I don't think so, but, I mean, I don't put nothing past anybody. And I know, she used to be dating a guy named Andy, and I know that he was trying to come back and stuff, so I don't know. I just hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Officers Potter and Vallejo made their way to Crystal's apartment.
Police department!
Crystal, so that's the police department. Are you inside? Are you okay?
Police department! We're coming in!
Crystal, so that's the police department.
I'm gonna check this door behind you. See? I'll go over here. Let me clear this real quick. Okay. Clear.
Crystal, police department.
Oh, she's here.
Crystal Williams was found inside. She was lying on her stomach on the bathroom floor, her head between the doorframe of the closet and the bathroom, her legs stretched out in front of the toilet as though she could have been seated there before falling forward. There was dried blood. Crystal was undeniably already deceased. Determinations would later be made that she could have been deceased for roughly 36 hours before her discovery. A bullet casing was spotted next to her, a gouge in the right side of the doorframe left by a discharged bullet.
I can't see her right hand, left hand. Obviously, we don't want to touch her movement. Okay, we got a bullet right here, Sarge.
Oh, no.
About the bullet casing right there.
Yeah.
I can't tell if there's a gun under her or not.
Hang on.
Well, it could be.
Damn.
Yeah, just be careful where you step. Yep. It could be under her,
It could be.
or it could be the
Can you
opposite.
see anything like right underneath?
Oh, I'm looking. No, but I don't want to touch anything.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No. Not at all.
There's some blood underneath her that's dried.
Yeah, I can't see her hands. We're gonna have to get CSU
Yeah.
detectives out here either way.
All right, let me step
We go
out.
get more information from that girl
Hold on.
about her.
Not wishing to disturb the scene, officers stepped away from Crystal without moving her. Whether there was a weapon beneath her was undetermined, but there was not a firearm visible to them anywhere else in the apartment.
It's a cigarette right here. Hey, let's ask her if she smoked.
Okay.
Because I don't see any remnants of ashtrays.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a gunshot, but
Yeah.
I don't know. She could have been sitting on that toilet and done it herself. Obviously, we won't know till they get pictures and roll her over if the gun's there or not.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But it is kind of weird. She's got a boyfriend that she said she
Right, and that's why I was asking.
quit talking to, and he thought she was just blocked
Right.
body. But
Let's look at the any food.
she said the front door was unlocked, and she checked it.
But she's cooking, bro, and the TV is on. Doesn't make sense. The way the crime scene, the whole scene of this is still the crime scene. Everything is set up. It doesn't make sense to say that what y'all thinking it is. And honestly, they can't rule out anything just yet. So maybe they just taking assumptions or not assumptions, but taking like mental notes of, all right, we don't want to rule this out.
Yeah.
But I doubt somebody would do that and they got food cooking with the TV on and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
And then just decided not to go in.
This is kind of looks from last night.
The TV still on?
You know what? She made food last night, but she didn't eat it. Because look, she was making chicken spaghetti.
Spaghetti is separate. They haven't put together.
Yeah.
That's not even put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She made the salsa meat.
I'll let you go down there and break the news to her. Okay.
Is she in there?
Crystal Williams experienced an incredibly rough early childhood and was in and out of Child Protective Services custody due to issues within her biological family. She was permanently placed in foster care at the age of 11. Her foster mother, Maria Douglas, believed that this fortified Crystal with a resilient nature. It also left Crystal with an innate desire to forgive, to offer second chances, and always see the best in people.
She really had a heart for people, and she had a heart for people who needed second chances. That was her whole life, right? Is people who needed second chances. But at that same token, I think that really left her sort of vulnerable, that left her predisposed, that kindness.
At her job, managing the Crazy Clean car wash, Crystal was known to offer chances to those less fortunate, helping out homeless applicants for work, for example. But friends also reported that her generous nature could extend to seeking attention from men in inappropriate ways, agreeing to loan her car, pay for cell phone bills, and purchasing gifts. Those close to her reported that Crystal was sometimes taken advantage of due to her kind and forgiving nature. An autopsy determined that Crystal Williams died from a single gunshot wound to the neck. When police descended upon the scene in her apartment, they found no gun left behind. Her death was ruled a homicide. A neighbor reported hearing a gunshot sometime between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. on April 25th, the Tuesday that Crystal was thought to have been killed. The timeline was not exact. There were no signs of forced entry into the unit. The moment of Crystal's death appears to have come about abruptly. There were no signs of a struggle. Her spaghetti dinner was fully prepared yet untouched on her stovetop. Her toxicology was clear. Crystal was not known to do drugs, and she rarely drank alcohol. No discharged ammunition was found inside the apartment. Also not located was Crystal's cell phone. There was a cigarette on the kitchen floor, and another just outside the external door. Crystal was not a smoker. There were two men in Crystal's life that Shalora suggested police should look into. The first was boyfriend Larry, who claimed to have been blocked by Crystal days earlier. Larry, she said, had a criminal record.
You know, he's acting nice and stuff now, but you gotta remember he still went to prison and he still did what he did. Yeah. You know, what did he do? What did he do? She told me that it was armed robbery, and I think she said that it was like wrong place, wrong time type of thing, or something like that. Yeah. So I was like,
I don't know how armed robbery is wrong place, wrong time type of thing. An armed robbery is an armed robbery.
You still have to play that a factor. She was always trying to see best in people. And so I told her, you know, like, stop messing with him. Like, he's showing, like, signs that he's overprotective. Like, he's trying to control you. He's asking for your location all the time. You know, be careful because he's acting nice and stuff right now is because he's on papers and he can go back to jail. He can't put his hands on you because if you call the police, then he goes back to jail. So, you don't...
The second name Shalora mentioned was ex-boyfriend Andy. Though the two had broken up roughly 3 months prior, he maintained a cell phone contract under Crystal's name, which kept...
Oh, Larry, so Larry brand new. Brand new? Ooh.
Them in contact. More recently, Crystal had told her friend that he had been reaching out, asking whether she would leave a key for her apartment out for him.
Why would I do that?
Hold on. Also, Larry, if y'all just brand new into a relationship, why are we playing the block game? That's the honeymoon stages. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, everybody different, especially if his demeanor. 3 months is enough time for some people to come in and
fuck your whole life up.
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
And reaching out, asking whether she would leave a key for her apartment out for him.
So then I told her, you know, like, he just said that you weren't his type and all this. Like, I keep telling you to stop messing with him. He's not for you. He's just for your money and what you do for him. She just kept telling me about Andy, and it was just beginning to be too much for me. And I kept telling her to stop. And
There was one additional crucial piece of information relayed by Shalora. Crystal had very recently reported falling a victim to an accident. She fell down the stairs, she said, and sustained a bruise to the right side of her face.
she was like, girl, you would not believe this. I fell down the stairs. And then that's when she told me that, I don't know exactly where she said she fell, but she said she fell and hit her eye on the corner of one of the corners of the rails or something like that.
So that's recent. That just happened.
Yes.
She just told me about that on Monday or Tuesday, whenever you talked to her.
Detectives were keen to speak with Crystal's current boyfriend, Larry Johnson. They found him that afternoon where he worked at Drilling Tools International. Larry was patted down and walked outside.
Who's your girlfriend right now?
I don't have a girlfriend. I talk to a whole bunch of girls.
Okay.
I don't. Who you talking about?
Did you receive a phone call today?
No, sir.
You didn't receive
from
any?
y'all?
No, not from us, from a female.
This what you talking about? Cause this is kind of weird. She said she not answering. This is.
Yeah. So what's up with that? Who's Crystal?
That's one of the girls I talked to.
Okay. So do you live with her, or what's y'all's relationship like?
We just around. That's it. So
well, she's
what's
dead.
going on?
She's dead right now.
When's the last time you talked to her?
It was like 3 days ago, man.
3 days ago?
What's going on?
Was that the last time you
What
saw
you mean
her?
by she's dead though?
Dead,
like what you mean? Like is somebody like somebody killed her?
That's why I'm talking to you. I'm trying to figure it out, man.
I don't like she. I don't know what the fuck she be doing. She talks to a lot of people. She's a prostitute and everything.
Not only did Larry deny being in a relationship with Crystal, he further claimed that she had a disreputable side hustle, one that saw her involved with sketchy characters. Larry met Crystal a short time before. He estimated a month on the dating app Plenty of Fish. He said that they were not serious, though he knew that she wanted more. From Larry's perspective, he was not interested in a girlfriend with a history of prostitution, though he admitted that he did enjoy the perks of knowing Crystal, an apartment to stay the night, and regular gifts like new clothing.
Well, your name was the last person.
There. Boy. Oh, when did he get out of prison? That's what I need to know. How long has he been under prison? Cause there's some, I ain't gonna hold you, a prison mode. Them some mooching ass dudes right there. You know? That's the only thing they care about, is somebody that can take care of them.
You know what's going in there?
Somebody told us you were a boyfriend. That's why we're.
Yes, you can even see that I'm not your. I tell her all the time about stop calling me boyfriend and everything like that.
You stand.
The last time Larry saw Crystal was at her apartment 2 days earlier, on Tuesday evening. He claimed that she was angry with him, presumably for seeing other women. More importantly, he said that he had video of Crystal from that night.
You physically saw her was 3 days ago? About
3 days ago.
How was she acting then? Fine?
No, she was like when I left, she was trying to do all that stuff, but I even got to kind of start videoing her weird ways and everything.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and she would start. I bought this stuff. I was like, man, you can have all this. And so like I just left, and on that type of note. So what happened?
Well, she was found deceased in her house.
Well, like what happened? Like what I'm saying,
I can't really
like
say much about that. There's a reason why we're investigating as a homicide. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? And you can't give me the details?
I can't right now, sir.
Is there anything you can think of to help us out as far as what might have happened?
That's why I'm like, she got too much going on. I don't know. That's why.
Larry appeared to be extremely cooperative. He agreed to have officers search through his car. He even handed over his cell phone for a full extraction of its data. That included the recording he made of Crystal on the night she was killed, perhaps the last known sighting of her alive. Then, shortly after leaving police at Drilling Tools, he arrived at the Fodry Ranch apartments, smoking a cigarette, asking for details of the investigation, and explaining again, this time unsolicited, that Crystal was not his girlfriend.
Yes, sir. No, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, they just confiscated my phone.
You want me to tell you a big ass red flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she ain't your girlfriend, you don't look at her like that. She's just a prostitute in your mind. Why does her best friend have your phone number and y'all only been dating 3 months?
True.
Typically, you don't.
Unless the friend is just like one of those friends, like if you got a new dude in your life, I need the information just.
But it looks like they have been.
You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, because some people, you got a new dude. Okay, I need the info. Like, what's his name? What's his background? Need all of that. You know what I'm saying? But everyone's not like that. But some people are. And the cigarette thing, I'm hoping that they'll be able to I really find
match
more.
The type of cigarette. But
no, find more quicker, because if he's been in the house, he stays there sometimes, spend a night. I mean, he probably will have cigarettes left behind.
Also, cause he been staying there even after the fact. She's been deceased for 2 days.
He better not have to. People do be on it.
People do.
That's crazy. If
and
so,
he doesn't have a key to the house. Yeah. That's the reason why the door is unlocked.
I mean, but he could have easily just took her key, but then that would have been really suspicious if the keys was found on you or something. Yeah. I don't know. We go put it together, but real suspicious.
Or he could have just left out immediately, because I'm sure they got some kind of camera footage. But so he could have left out immediately and just never. Yeah,
we'll be able to hopefully.
But all apartment complexes don't have security cameras.
And if they do, they were not working. Well,
yeah, they always cheap ass.
Start going to the office. Y'all cameras working? I need to make sure y'all cameras working at all times, because you just never know. Stuff be happening every day.
Everything.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out what was going on, like details.
We don't know at this point.
I know he told
that look like
she run a little game, but we wasn't boyfriend and girlfriend. Like they said I'm a boyfriend, but that's not true. Like we just around. I tell her all the time that we not in no relationship, because I'm not like she not that type of girl that I'll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Larry left the scene without gaining any further information.
They trying to see what y'all already know.
Well, I'll tell you this: it'd be very strange, and we're not ruling anything out at this point. It's very early, but it'd be very strange if Larry killed her, for him to come over here and talk to us the way that he did.
Strange.
You know what I'm saying?
It's really not strange.
You want me to tell you who the biggest manipulators and some of them? I know somebody might be watching this. I'm just telling how it is, because trust me, I know too many.
And granted, it may not be everyone, but the majority of them.
I'm gonna say 95% of former inmates I know are very manipulative, and I got a lot of them in my family, and they good with them with that. They talk a good game for everybody, because they think they some slick ass talkers. You gotta have a little, you know what I'm saying, nuance about yourself to pick up on that game, you know? Like, I'll be like, man, I sit there, honestly, I know a lot of them.
But yeah.
I sit there and let them talk, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta let them talk.
Yeah, but...
And again, we're not ruling him out. He's still a suspect. So, but we want to try to keep an open mind in case there's other people that may have been involved. And the reason I mentioned this Andy guy, because there was previous reports involving them and family violence.
I don't put past anybody.
Right, yeah, and neither do we at this point. So,
because people can put up a show, and then
yep, absolutely right.
So I really don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Shalora offered an additional piece of information to officers, which would prove crucial to the investigation. Just a week before, Crystal told her that Larry had a gun. He was not meant to be in possession of one, according to the conditions of his parole. Nonetheless, she said that the two were watching a scary movie and he heard noises outside. Larry then retrieved a handgun from his backpack and went out to investigate.
Nigga, you live in an apartment complex.
You don't even live there.
But you're living in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Your couch is on the wall that is on the back side. You're gonna hear hella things outside. So why are you
Who do you think you are?
paranoid as inmate? That's what he is.
Like,
He's
what?
a fucking inmate. And a lot of them do be paranoid.
The disturbance turned out to be just a few neighbors making some noise, so nothing to worry about. Except the gun that Larry kept concealed in his backpack, of course. Officers visited Larry's aunt's home, where he had a room. With his permission, they looked around. When he arrived home, they asked him to follow them to the station.
Larry, you're not in trouble, man. They just want to talk to you a little bit more at the police department. Is that okay? You can take your own ride and everything else. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You want to follow us to the police department?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do y'all got my phone?
Yeah, they got it.
Larry was questioned about the handgun he was rumored to carry with him.
Was that a phone?
It was a wallet.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Larry was questioned about the handgun he was rumored to carry with him in his black backpack.
That I guess something had happened outside of the apartment and you went outside with a gun.
I went outside with a gun.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the things we were told.
Who told you that?
Do you have any guns, or any guns, or did you?
No, sir. I don't have any guns. Okay.
A voluntary search of his room at his aunt's house, as well as his car, failed to recover a firearm. Larry was probed further regarding the allegations towards Crystal's side hustle. Investigators were understandably reluctant to take his assertions about Crystal's behavior at face value.
So, you said something at the very first that kind of interested me. You called her a prostitute.
Yeah, that's what
So, what's a prostitute to you?
she sells a body.
She sells sex.
Right.
She's admitted that to you?
Right.
It's just kind of weird how, like, she already openly admitted to you that she was a prostitute, but then she's trying to treat you like a boyfriend.
Exactly, that's what
and
I'm
keeping
saying.
stuff from you. But
That
you already know.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff that, you know what I'm saying, I didn't even, like, that, and I already know, like, she forget about it.
Larry claimed that Crystal would lie to him about her activities, that she would forget what she had told him and then backtrack later. He said he was never certain whether she was actively seeing other men for money or not, nor could he say how many clients she had at any point in time.
She used to be. Then it comes out that she is. Then she goes back and say, you know what I'm saying, she only has a couple. Then she said she only had one. Then she said she don't do that no more. Like, I just switch it like that. I just, you know what I'm saying, when she switched me, I push back like type stuff.
In the following days, the Odessa PD dove further into the life of Crystal Williams. They spoke with a handful of her coworkers and employees at the car wash. One of her fellow managers had also been a friend for several years. She spoke of Crystal affectionately, but factually. She cared for Crystal. Her friend was known to have an active, if ill-advised, dating life.
Crystal dates multiple men.
At a time, you mean, or just, okay.
She lives that lifestyle.
Do you know of her having any like side jobs, side hustles to make more money?
As far as I know, she didn't do that anymore, but she used to be a prostitute. She'd tell you about it. She wasn't embarrassed. Okay. She was,
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's doing that.
Yes, ma'am.
We're just friends at work.
Yeah.
But we've been friends for almost 5 years. She just chooses to live stupid.
Yeah.
And you're by yourself, and you're doing crazy things. And
What do you mean by like crazy things?
different men. I mean, and one was married. Like,
Do you know who her current boyfriend is?
No, I just know he's a black man. Because he was steadily driving her car.
He was driving her car?
Okay. But I mean, it could be she has like 4, 5, 6. I don't know.
Crystal's work friends had also heard of her recent injuries, that she had taken a bad fall down the stairs.
Well, you weren't the only one that she told that she fell down the stairs, so...
She told Taco too, the guy here. And I told my husband, and he was like, not on your face like that. And I'm like, she said she fell all the way down the stairs, and she kind of laughed and said that her dude didn't try to help her until she was crying.
So she said that he was with her when she fell down the stairs?
Whoever he was, somebody was with her, yes.
Did she tell you when this happened?
No.
No. Did the bruising look pretty recent? Or
Yes.
No.
It's like green and, you know, those kinds. She drives a badass car. And Crystal
it's a nice car.
She keeps up with it, and she lets anyone that it's like she wants affection.
The boyfriend that had been driving Crystal's car was not thought to be Larry Johnson. Investigators learned that Crystal's ex-boyfriend, Andy, was the likely driver. When Andy sat down with investigators, he was also extremely cooperative. He explained that he and Crystal met when he lived in Mississippi. After relocating to Texas in late 2021, they reconnected. He had lost his job and was struggling to secure an apartment. Crystal offered to let him stay at hers.
Well, we had a good relationship, and at the same time, you know, she wanted to take it more, you know, wanted to like be with me. But I wanted to keep that friend zone because I didn't want to take it that far with her. And to be honest, she didn't have no family. I know that she was a foster kid. Okay. And that she really didn't have nobody. And I just wanted to be the person, you know, to really just like, you know, be a friend to her. Right. And so that's what I was, you know.
Though Andy said he wanted nothing more than friendship with Crystal, he had previously reported carrying on a physical relationship with her, perhaps blurring the lines of that friendship, at least in her mind. In the autumn of 2022, he moved out of her apartment and found his own place. Andy continued to borrow her car, however. This arrangement led to a reported incident with the Odessa police that October.
I had my own place and I had some friends over. I had a girl over, you know, we was always friends also. And I had a guy friend over. And I was using her car. And so she was texting me to go get her some medicine, which I didn't respond back quickly. And then she came over there, she barged in, tried to jump on the girl, and then she started throwing everything over the balcony. Oh, wow. At your place? Said at my place. So she started throwing everything. She said, I bought everything. I'm taking it all back. So she threw everything over the balcony. And then what I did, I called the police. I recorded her at first. And then I called the police to come over there. And she had stormed out, ran to her house.
When Andy asked for details about what happened to Crystal, the detective's response was blunt. They were looking at 2 suspects, and he was one of them.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm in the blind.
Well, we have 2 possibilities, and I'll be honest with you, okay? Either one, this other guy killed her, right? Mm-hmm. Or 2, you killed her.
Well, I have evidence. That's why I brought my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Andy's new girlfriend was his alibi for the night of the murder. Her recollection was murky, but thankfully for him, the home they shared together had cameras. Detectives were able to acquire footage and verify his whereabouts. Andy was eliminated as a suspect. The only remaining suspect, Larry Johnson, admitted to being with Crystal in her apartment on the night she died, though he claimed he left after they had a disagreement. His memory of the night was not 100% clear. He said he had been drinking. Though from her apartment, he recalled traveling to stay with another woman. We'll call her Amanda. They had recently started dating, and she was living out of a motel on Bankhead Highway. Based on the timeline already established, Amanda was not in a position to offer Larry an alibi. He could have shot Crystal before driving out to spend the night with her. What investigators were interested in was what she could tell them about the so far elusive handgun. Was he carrying it that night, or did he leave it with her?
Yes.
I need to talk to you.
What's up?
I need to talk to you about Johnson.
Larry.
Larry.
He's not.
I know he's not here. I just need to talk to you.
Okay.
Motel staff shared security footage of Larry arriving at approximately 4:15 a.m. on Wednesday the 26th and leaving at approximately 4:54. At one point, he exited the room, retrieved something from his car, and then re-entered. Detectives believed that he was moving awkwardly, perhaps concealing something out of the view of the camera. Amanda was adamant that Larry did not bring anything into her room with him. Eventually, Amanda suggested that Larry could have left at one point to carry his backpack into the room before taking a shower.
It had to be after 2 o'clock.
But he was only here for 30 minutes, and he was carrying something.
Well, you can go through my whole house. Like I told you, he didn't have anything with him.
Okay, and I don't think it's here now because it's been back since.
He didn't take anything.
But he brought something in.
We saw
it.
A 6-pack of beers?
I don't think it was beers. It's something he shoved right in his pants and he was pouring it.
He's walking real weird when he's coming in.
It wasn't beer. It wasn't like he was carrying a case of beer.
I have no idea. That's strange. Because he didn't have anything on him.
Is there somebody on the phone?
Yeah, my sister. We were talking.
Okay.
The person on FaceTime with Amanda was her sister, who we will call Caitlin. It seems that Caitlin also knew Larry Johnson because the two had also dated. Setting that story to one side, what was of interest to investigators was what Caitlin had to say about what she observed of Larry's black backpack.
He always carries this backpack with him everywhere he went, even in the in my bathroom. If he had to go to the bathroom, he'll carry the backpack. Then just everywhere. It was unusual. He never let the backpack go.
Do you know what was in the backpack?
Yeah.
What was in the backpack?
A gun.
A gun?
Yeah.
You know what kind of gun?
I can only tell you what it looks like. It's it's not like a 9mm. It's a the police officer said it was like a revolver.
Okay.
They had like that little circle thing that you spin.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason why I saw it is because he went out of my bathroom with his backpack and he had it in his waistband and he took it off and took it out of his waistband and I seen it real quick and he hurried up and put it in his backpack.
Would he commonly carry it in his waistband?
Yes.
A second search of Larry's room and the rest of his aunt's home again failed to locate a gun. The search of his car returned something of interest. A certificate for the successful completion of an anger management course dated earlier that month. Larry's criminal record was colorful. He had recently avoided prison time for a charge of domestic violence. The ex-girlfriend who brought these charges was contacted by Odessa PD.
I understand that you were in a relationship with him?
Yes, sir, I was.
Have you had any recent contact with him?
No, sir, not since the 25th of February of last year when he left my home when I pressed charges on him for domestic violence.
We're investigating another family violence incident that we believe that he was involved in. So I was just trying to get a background of your perspective.
Yeah, the thing, I feel like they should have never even released him. I feel like he should have served time in jail. But me personally, I feel like he needs to be in jail. I don't ever feel like he's going to learn his lesson. Like I said, he has a history of violence. He hasn't learned from it. If y'all are needing, to know how awful this person is, he's horrible. He's a horrible person. And all I feel like he's going to continue to do if he's out free is obviously what he just did again, another domestic violence situation. He's a violent person, and he's not going to learn his lesson. Mm-hmm. He puts on this persona as if he's this sweet, kind, innocent. During the time that I was with him for a year, it was horrible. He's a manipulator. He's a liar. In front of everybody else, he acts as if he's like this awesome person, but with a person like, for instance, myself, because he lived with me. he was horrible. He was not who he made himself out to be. And like I said, I just feel like he needs to be behind bars. I feel like that's his placement. I don't know what else exactly you guys need me to say. If I need to come testify for anything, I'm willing to do that.
Did he ever record you?
He did record me when I was trying to get his phone when I noticed he was recording me. And so that's one reason why they decided to drop the charge lower, because they said I was the aggressor. When I wasn't hitting him, I was trying to get his phone away, but obviously it looked like that because I was reaching for his phone, which he had near him. So, yes, he did record me.
The information offered by Larry's ex-girlfriend was potentially enlightening. It may reveal a pattern. She called him violent and said that he was worse when drinking, as he had been on the night Crystal was killed. She said that she knew he had access to a gun. She explained that when the incident that she reported occurred, she could not call 911 because he had taken her cell phone. Crystal's phone was also missing from the scene. Crucially, she also explained how Larry had made short recordings of her on his cell phone. Presenting them out of context, he used these videos to escape the worst of the charges against him. Larry would record her in an effort to make it appear that she was the one behaving crazy. Investigators accessed 2 videos of Crystal recorded by Larry on his cell phone. Both were located amongst his deleted files. The first was at 9:15 p.m. on Tuesday night, the night she was killed.
Larry, I'm going to bed.
Smile for the camera. Why you? I'm trying to pack my.
The second was recorded only minutes later. It appeared to show the two in an argument, or at least at the end of what seemed to have been a disagreement. He is heard behind the camera, taunting her for a reaction, seeming to push for a confrontation.
So, no, but this is not my house. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to leave the house? And are you telling me to leave?
Do what you want to do.
So you're not going to give me an answer, do I need to leave? You said you always tell me you don't want me to leave, but I need to know. Because right now you was just...
Do what you want to do. I don't care no more.
Okay, you say that all the time. Then when I leave, you be like, you left me. So what the do you want to do? Do I need to get the out your house?
Bro.
Because
I forgot he a manipulator and a liar and everything else. Because I'm like, you want my girl. She wanted something more, but we was just da-da-da-da. Well, okay, well, just leave. Leave. I know. I already know how it works.
I was over there minding my own goddamn business. You kept on coming over here with that bullshit.
In the video, Crystal is wearing the same clothing that she would be found in 2 days later. She is seated in the bathroom in the exact location where it was speculated that she was shot and killed.
Wow.
On the morning of May 2nd, 5 days after Crystal was found dead, Odessa PD arrested Larry Johnson. He was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with physical evidence.
Hey Larry, how's it going? Well, put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
The gun had not been located. Regardless, the investigation had determined that in piecing together the timeline, they had a solid case. Data from Larry's Apple Watch was used to fill in the gaps around his phone data. The first video of Crystal was recorded at 9:15 p.m. It lasted roughly 18 seconds. The second one, recorded at 9:18, lasted less than a minute. The step count registered on Larry's smartwatch showed a significant increase in activity between 9:23 and 9:33. It is during this window of time that investigators believe Crystal was killed. Phone records then showed that Larry left Crystal's apartment at approximately 9:54. 6 minutes after that, Larry called Crystal. The records showed both cell phones connected to a phone tower on West County Road 125 during that call. An expert for the Odessa PD further determined that on the call, the two devices shared the same degree and direction to the cellular antenna. Essentially, when Larry called Crystal's phone after the argument, both cell phones were in the same area east of the Fodry apartment complex. He must have taken her cell phone with him and later disposed of it. Crystal's phone appeared to be turned off immediately after the phone call from Larry at 10 p.m.
He thought it.
You know what? I wonder, peep this. I wonder, is the reason why he called her phone because she had a password on the phone. But if he called her phone, he answers the call, it then unlocks the phone. And now I can get in to the phone and delete anything that I might. Because if a passcode is on the phone, some phones like this, I don't know all phones, because I don't know what phone she got, but some phones, I can't put in the passcode, but if you get a phone call, I answer the phone, I don't have to put a passcode in, and then once I hang the phone up, the phone is still unlocked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, it definitely could be that. I was also thinking a different angle, but yeah, it definitely could be that as well. I was thinking he was trying to like make it seem like Ilels called her, like one of those situations, trying to play as if you didn't do what you just did, and you calling her to be like trying to have a. But it could be that as well, what you said. But
trying to see if she possibly had text somebody or
something, anything, trying to, and then turn it off, dispose of it.
Yep.
So.
Larry Johnson was held in custody awaiting trial for 2 years. By the time the case was presented to a jury, Larry's defense team had armed themselves with several compelling angles to cast reasonable doubt. And under the light of scrutiny, the prosecution's case began to crumble.
Oh my gosh, come on, bro.
Larry's defense argued that the Odessa PD bungled the case from start to finish. They narrowed in on Larry early on and never took a wider view to consider other scenarios or other suspects, namely the assertion that Crystal may have been actively working as a prostitute.
She talks to a lot of people. She's a prostitute and everything.
As far as I know, she didn't do that anymore, but she used to be a prostitute. She'd tell you about it. She wasn't embarrassed. She was,
It was an allegation that was dismissed. If true, she could have met with a client after parting ways with Larry on the night she was killed. Activity from her dating app, Plenty of Fish, in conjunction with transactions on her Cash App, were never subpoenaed and scrutinized by investigators. The defense argued these accounts held alternative timelines and leads that police completely bypassed due to their tunnel vision. This was an inexcusable oversight given Crystal's admitted history in the world's oldest profession. The defense never argued definitively that she had restarted these activities, only that the possibility was dismissed by the Odessa PD before it was properly considered or investigated. Crystal could have, conceivably, arranged a late-night meeting with an unknown man, the real killer. The second unforgivable error in the investigation occurred in the searches performed of Larry's bedroom. In that room, investigators had located the clothing they believed he had been wearing on April 25th and sent it for testing. Security footage from a Stripe convenience store on Fodry Road from around 8:30 p.m. on the night of the murder captured Larry driving his silver Honda. He entered the store and purchased a pack of Newport cigarettes, the same brand later found at the crime scene. In the video, he is wearing a black t-shirt, black pants with gold lettering on the legs, and white sneakers with blue trim. Multiple black t-shirts were taken from his room for testing, as well as the black jogging pants and the sneakers. Nothing of value was found on the shirts. The sneakers were never tested. However, the gold-lettered jogging pants tested positive for gunshot residue. There was no blood found on any items. Though his DNA was also found on Crystal's body and his cigarette butts in the apartment, these could be explained by his presence in the home, which he admitted. Gunshot residue could not. It could, however, potentially be explained by cross-contamination. There were 3 searches performed of Larry's bedroom at his aunt's house. The first on April 27th, the day that Crystal was found. This was an initial cursory search of the house. Items were shifted and examined briefly. Crucially, the defense argued that the room was not properly secured when officers left the property, leaving the environment open to contamination by third parties before the final items were seized later in the week. The second and third visit to the house compounded these issues. On May 2nd, a team of Odessa officers descended upon the house and searched through the room thoroughly. Clothing was pulled out of the closet and tossed around in piles on the floor. The defense made assertions that the area was not properly documented in advance, though the officers were at least wearing gloves. This would not be the case when detectives returned the following day.
I'm very sorry to come bother you again. Yesterday, we found some pants that were in there and we didn't collect them. We got some new video that shows that those are actually the pants that we need to grab.
So that's all we gotta go is do that.
I'm very sorry.
Appreciate you, man.
Detectives handled items with their bare hands. In doing so, they ruined the opportunity for reliable touch DNA testing. Then, having forgotten to bring their own evidence bags, they borrowed one from a family member.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they
oh
did.
My goodness.
I ain't gonna lie. Even I'm gonna say this. Even when they first initially made access into the home, right? I was like, bro, why not y'all put on gloves before y'all go inside the home? That's before we even got this video footage. But
Oh, I forgot the bags. So you want to photograph them over there? Where you were?
That's fine.
Okay.
Nigga, you supposed to photograph of what they were. Those
I
are the
have
shoes.
never in my life.
You're supposed to photograph where you really get them.
Yes.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you.
Why the fuck would you get a garbage bag that's out? Bitch, y'all are
The
stupid.
defense argued that because officers stuffed physical evidence into a non-sterile household trash bag rather than numbered, tamper-evident forensic bags, there was no secure chain of custody. It was impossible to prove the evidence had not been cross-contaminated, altered, or mixed with other household items. The physical evidence collection, they said, was so unscientific and sloppy that none of it could be trusted beyond a reasonable doubt.
Do you remember where you found where those clothes were at? 'Cause when I came, you guys had already tossed the place. So these sweatpants, okay, I'm just gonna put it in the pile of clothes.
I'm sure the shoes were. I'm pretty sure the shoes were probably in the closet.
They were in the closet when I saw them yesterday.
And the pants may have been on the bed.
Okay.
Y'all do not need to be detectives.
The final piece of the prosecution's case left to dissect was that of the cell phone data. The videos recorded of Crystal that night were indisputable. Their metadata confirmed the date and time they were taken. Prosecutors argued that the timeline established by the video meant only Larry Johnson could have carried out the murder. The location data, however, showing Larry and Crystal's devices moving together from the apartment minutes after the recordings, was less solid. That Crystal's phone was powered off so soon after the final call meant that its exact location was far more challenging to establish than investigators had initially thought. Far from proving that Larry Johnson was the only possible killer, the defense argued that the errors in the investigation proved only that the Odessa PD's timeline was built upon false assumptions. The jury took only an hour and a half to reach their verdict. Larry Johnson was acquitted of all charges.
You know, I don't, in my heart of hearts, I absolutely believe he did it. Was it able to be proved in court? Unfortunately not, because of some things that Odessa Police Department, it came out that they could have, should have, would have with the evidence collection, despite the strong scientific evidence being there. So no doubt, but again, we have to respect the decision, and I just hope that this does not embolden him to put other people in danger.
And that was the tragic case of Crystal Williams. Thank you.
Oh, Lord.
That just broke my heart. Like, what the fuck? Y'all fucking suck. Y'all failed that girl. Like, for real.
And cases like this is the reason why we like really be going like hard.
What you say?
On like these body cams and people like y'all overreact. Y'all act like
y'all can think what the fuck y'all want to
Y'all
think.
act like y'all can do a better job.
I'm pretty sure I could. Very educated. They act like they ain't got no sense. Cause what was that?
Well, you know, to be a police officer, you don't have to be educated.
What was that? What was like? I'm so confused. So confused. Like, wow, rest in peace to Crystal, but that just really pissed me off.
That man killed her right after they got into an argument. Literally shot her, bow,
in the neck,
and then dipped.
Y'all handled that so poorly. Y'all have one job. Do it and do it well. How hard is that? But yeah, rest in peace to Crystal. My condolences to her friends and the family that she, did have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Hey man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comments down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the dang DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We out.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partner.